I want you to know that that actually really dumbfounded me at the time you said that to me. I kind of stared at my screen and then I got teary-eyed like a huge crybaby. And it didn't, like, the whole entirety of it didn't really hit me later, but it was that actually brought me out of that whole month long what the hell ever was wrong with me. It was that brought me out, and I don't think I ever, it's really embarrassing to talk about, so you probably never knew. And that being said, that's not the world, but that's one person, and I know that you have this effect on other people. I think about that when I am, like, if I'm getting too intolerable, or rather, if I'm being too intolerable towards others, like if I'm being too myself towards others, I think of that. And I think of what you said, and I think of how you were always willing to listen to me, and how you never ever once, not once, turned that conversation back around on yourself and tried to make yourself the topic. And I think somebody with your personality, I think that there is a lot. You do not nearly give yourself enough credit. That really did affect how I have handled a lot of conflicts from that time. I am somebody who comes from that school of thought where, like, if you are not acting like you deserve attention, like if you are acting like completely retarded, sorry. That's where I came from. But it's just that sort of selflessness to actually reach out and say that I care about you, even though you are being completely abysmal, that is not something a lot of people do. And I think this, combined with your general overall intellect, you are very smart. I do not know if you realize how smart you are, but you are very intelligent. You have a lot going for you. You're beautiful. There is so much. And you, of all people, do not have to envy anybody. There is no reason for you to envy anybody in this world. However, I am totally taking a lot of time to say this, but you changed the way that I have handled a lot of things. And sometimes when I still find myself sinking back to that, like, that oh my god, I am kind of like gonna lose it, whenever I get back to that point, I just think that somewhere out there is like this person who cared enough, and who would still care enough if her life was not engrossed in like being covered in papers and books, just like to just say, hey, no matter how you are, you're still my friend. And that does mean a lot to me. A lot of bad things happen. And even though a lot of bad things happen and you claim that you are this fraidy cat, that you are so scared of everything and oh gosh, the world is like this giant scary thing that you spook at, you are a lot braver than you give yourself credit for. And it's that whole, the bravery is that thing where you just charge on anyway. That's what you do. Sometimes you're like kind of skittish like Telly, like, you know, he's afraid to cross the wooden floors. You kind of scramble around once in a while, you kind of like fall, maybe you'll like trip, kind of fail at walking across the floor like Telly does, but you get there. There are a lot of people who do not get there. You may be awake for 36 hours, maybe you look like you got punched in both the eyes, but you still did it. And that counts. That, no matter what it is, that counts. You are not always going to be the best at something, but your overall effort that you put into everything is amazing. It's just like, I don't even know. It's really, really amazing. I have even no idea what I am saying. I guess this is the, like, oh wow, I spent 13 minutes doing this. Oh, going on 14. Yeah. As scary as the world is, and as much as it looks like it's going to end, and as pointless and as scary as it's probably going to look once you're out of grad school, like for good, like, and it hits you, it is probably going to be terrifying as hell. But I really don't think you have to worry about anything. Really. Please. There is nothing you need to worry about. You are gonna be fine. Even if by some like freak nature accident of some sort and suddenly you were not amazing anymore, you would still have people who would support you. Because really, if you need anything, let me know. And I am going to end this video because this is really embarrassing. And that is about it.